about the motherfucking fact
That
that I am a fucking internet sensation with these fools told me to rap for my book. You know, I came into the house with 2 drag queens.
We are we have the mother
Fools
of
told
Black
me to rap
Hollywood.
for my book. Huh? So I tap, tap, tap for my book.
Oh my God! I
Yeah.
told him, I said, he better hit that button as soon as you walk in the room
Hit the
because
button, honey.
Jenifer Lewis is here. She got a new book. It's called The Mother of Black Hollywood. I knew that once you walked in, we needed to get the tape rolling
Yeah,
because
I
it was
must-
guns a blazing.
Entering.
Yes.
Enter talking.
Now, first, we want to just get the business out of the way before we run off into all these other places.
yes.
The book is called The Mother of Black Hollywood. Go to Amazon, go to whatever outlet you get your books.
Pre-order and order in that order the book. Order on Amazon.
Have you done an audio version of this book?
Oh, yes, Miss Audio, but honey, they kept me tame.
What do you
They
mean?
said, oh, no, Miss Lewis, you don't get to go in 1957. I had to say, in 1957, because they kept saying that, you know, you're in the intimacy of people's cars and the
Okay.
living rooms and shit, so I couldn't be a Jennifer Lewis, Jennifer Lewis, Jennifer
Right.
Lewis. I just had to be Jennifer Lewis.
You're not going to the
Did-
back row.
Yeah. Did it work? Were they able to contain
They
you?
did, because I was scared of her. She was a tall, blonde diva. I thought she'd be scared of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
The bitch talking about, she said, Jennifer, can we get back to the story?
Ooh.
I said, bitch, it is my story. I'm Jennifer motherfucking Lewis in these motherfucking streets. Bjork. But obviously she had Oscars and Emmys and shit sitting around. I scared that bitch.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to write the book?
Oh my God. Well, we did the proposal 2.5 years ago.
2.5 years ago.
And this was before I got Blackish.
Uh-huh.
Oh, honey, I never would have done the 2.
I thought you've been on Blackish for 3 years now.
Well, who knows, darling? All right, I'm
yeah.
60.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going to give you
yeah.
correct numbers.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am dyslexic.
Slight
I hear
overlap.
ya.
Bipostal, bipolar, and bisexual. Oh, I got that. I need to put that out. Oh, my God, it's going out. I'm bisexual.
Exclusive.
Yeah, curos. What is it? Curosis?
Yeah, I don't, child. Don't get me. I can barely.
Curacao.
I can barely
Curacao,
Yeah.
that's good.
speak
Blue.
English. But I would think that you'd been preparing this book your whole life.
Yeah. Well, you know, I kept a day-to-day diary.
Yes, there's
Since the
parts of it
7th
in the book.
grade.
Yeah.
7th grade, you know, I was a captain of the cheerleading squad and president of my class. So I used to keep notes as to who would bring the rags for the car wash to raise money for the prom,
Mhm.
whose mama was going to make a cake, you know, who
Mhm.
was going to do what, because I wasn't doing shit.
Right.
I was president. I wasn't doing a damn thing.
You're just
So-
ruling.
So I kept, you know, like my little journal. So after that, I just kept writing.
Yeah.
So, well, you know, and I knew this day would come.
Sure.
Rue, it's all I've ever wanted to be.
Yeah. Well, you talk about putting a message out into the universe and making it happen. And this
Yeah.
and the story of this book is really about that. It's about someone who has she got a strong will.
Yeah,
There's
she
a
does.
strong will and you're a powerful force.
My
You
shrink
always have
called
been.
it soldiers. And I love that she gave it that name because, you know, I gave up many times. I did. I got tired. I had so much fucking talent I couldn't see straight. You know what I mean? And when I turned 30 years old, my 30th birthday, I was cussing God out in the mirror. I was drunk as a skunk. And I said, why am I not as famous as Michael Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
I got that much talent, God.
Mm-hmm.
God was like, oh, Miss Thing, please sober up and keep it moving. Your shit's around the corner. Shut the fuck up. But no,
So, because in the book starts with you going on a cruise and thinking, should I retire?
yeah, it was enough already. So, you know, I didn't get Orange is the New Black, and I gave such a great audition. I felt.
Mm-hmm.
And you know I'm Jenifer Lewis. Child, I ain't got time for nobody to be saying next to me anymore. Child, please. When you come from poverty, you save your money. I saved my money, so it's not like I need to be all up and through Miss Show Business. But yes, it is a need. Like I said in the book, to retire from show business would be to retire from the act of breathing.
For you, yes.
Absolutely. Don't you love it? God, I love myself. I can't even help it. Talented bitch.
So you got to this point where you're thinking, okay, I think I've had enough. How many times have you had that crossroads?
Well, you know, with all you accomplished at that point, you were still feeling that.
Well, here's the thing, you know, I work in my garden. That's where I find my quiet time. And I never talk in my garden. I was trimming some roses, you know, just above the leaf, you know.
As one does.
Yes.
As one does, just above the leaf.
Yes. We
You
were
know, I
just
come
doing
to
that.
the garden alone while the dew is still on the rose. But anyway, I was trimming the roses and I said, it's time, Jenny. That's enough. I don't want nobody else telling me whether I'm talented or not. I already know I'm 60 years old. Don't fuck with me. I'm 60. I realized when I got back from the vacation, I've got about 30 more summers. You don't get a summer unless you're filled with joy and happiness. Joy and happiness.
But okay, so you said one of your soldiers told you maybe at the Rose Garden, maybe it's
Yes.
time to
Above
leave.
the leaf.
How above the leaf? How do you know the voice that's talking is the voice you need to
Well,
listen
because
to?
this voice happened to be my own out loud. And I knew it was something new when I said it out loud in my garden. After the rose snip, I walked over to the geraniums, which lie in a wheelbarrow I paid 25 cents for
Mm-hmm.
at a yard sale.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
And you know what I said to myself out loud?
Uh,
Not even me can stop me.
right. Right.
It is.
True.
I mean, it comes to a point where you just have to take responsibility for your gifts. And I've tried to honor them. You know, like when they were passing cocaine around in the 80s, I was like, well, how do you do that coke?
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, you snort it. I said, well, then what happens?
Mhm.
He said, well, then you feel a drip down the back of your throat. I said, my throat?
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, ain't nothing going down my throat. I got a matinee tomorrow. The fuck you gonna put something on my throat? So thank God. But you see, here's the thing. Going back to the dream, the passion sustaining me. That standing ovation that I knew I was going to get meant more to me than getting high.
Yeah.
Right.
You see, you have to have that passion.
Yeah.
The passion has to sustain you. And I was so lucky. I knew I was one of the lucky ones
Yes.
that found out at a very early age that I wanted what I wanted to do with my life.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna just go back to the Rose Garden again because this voice said, did your voice say maybe it's time or yes, this is the time to stop?
No, it said, bitch, better have my money.
Uh-huh.
You ain't going nowhere, Mr. Lewis. What are you talking about
Okay.
retiring?
Okay.
Retiring. I'm not going to retire. Retire from what?
Yeah. This is your life.
Right.
It is. I breathe here. I'll never forget walking onto the stage at the Gay and Lesbian Center in Hollywood. And I had been doing strong medicine on Lifetime television for women and gay men for many, many years. And I walked up onto the stage. The children needed some computers over there. You
Yeah.
know, the children have been thrown out because they were gay.
Yeah.
Dumb shit.
Yeah.
So I was getting them some computers. John and Parado asked me to come over, and I was like, oh, yeah. I walked onto that stage. I swear to you, Ru. I swear. I just sat there and went, my God. This is where I breathe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is where I'm something the Lord made.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And when it's in you, of you, around you, you taste it, smell it, see it, and touch it, what can come for you? Nothing can come
Nothing
for
can
you.
come for you. You're in the right place. You are in your right rhythm.
I tell people, if it's not serving the moment, baby, don't bring it in the room.
Yeah.
Serving the moment. You know, I read a book called The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og
Yep.
Mandino.
Mm-hmm.
He said, live every day as if it were your last. Now, mind you, that's dramatic, but that's where I come from.
Is
the
it
drama.
dramatic, though? Is it dramatic?
No, tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
But
it's
who
not.
thinks nobody walks around thinking like that?
Yeah.
No, because
But
if we
me.
did, you'd be spending all your money every day. You'd
That's
be,
why. But I walk in my joy. You have to find out what is that special thing that if you're on your deathbed, what would be the last thing you think of? It's certainly not going to be some asshole you were, gossiping about an hour ago. I don't
Right.
think so. You're going to think about who loved you and who you loved.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's a powerful sha-na-na. Oh, let's bring Ruby Johnson in the street. Oh, sha-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, she put him in the car and name.
No, no, okay. No, I'm going.
Oh, that's
wanna
my
go-
phone. I
shut
got
it-
a
go ahead.
man waiting
Go
for me.
shut it up. Tell him you're busy right now.
I'm going out of here like I came in a star.
That's right. It's Jenifer Lewis is here. The book is called The Mother of Black Hollywood. Now, of course, we know that's because she has played everybody's mother in the 90210
And then
area
some.
code. In the county. I think it's in that brown bag you have in the
But I
corner
wanna
over
talk
there.
to Jenifer.
Brown bag. Yeah, but at least it's from Bloomingdale's.
Amen.
It's a big brown bag.
I think it says the brown bag on it,
I
doesn't it?
started to go to needless markup, but I'm
And then-
sick of that bitch.
Yeah.
Neiman Marcus.
You
That's my
talked-
daughter.
The
Charmaine,
picture-
I'm on the radio, honey, with Rue.
This picture is beautiful on the cover of the book. Who took this picture?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie and say I know, but
You
it was
don't
a young
know the
man. I know it was
photographer's
a
name?
white boy.
Is it the same
His name
photographer
isn't
who
that-
did this one?
Yeah, I believe it is.
It's
I believe
gorgeous.
it is. Yes, honey.
It
I was.
is
Yes.
Now, Michelle, you were going to ask.
I was
something.
gonna. She was talking about walking in her joy.
Yes.
When you were a young girl, you were in St. Louis.
Missouri.
You're in Missouri.
Kenlock. Mhm.
And how does one get out and get to where you need to be in joy?
Well, I always knew there was something bigger.
So
I
you knew when it was time to go to
yeah.
get
Oh
out.
no, well I knew I was going to college. My mama didn't play.
Mhm.
I'm the baby of 7. We all have our masters and doctorates. Two of my sisters and brothers were teachers in the St. Louis School District for 30 years. They're retired now. And one sister's a big shot at AT&T, one big shot at State Farm. No, my mother did not play. She said, "Oh no, you will have more than I had."
Yeah.
That's
My
amazing.
mom, my mom was not to be messed
So that's
with.
why at 30, when you looked in the mirror and said, why am I not as big as Michael Jackson? It was imperative that you really fulfill this dream.
Well, I felt that, back then being bipolar and carrying on and all manic.
but
and-
you didn't know you were bipolar back
No,
then.
I did not
Yeah.
know I was bipolar. They didn't have those
I said
kind of words.
bipolo.
Yeah, bipolar, honey, polo, by the way, bi-coastal, bisexual,
By everything.
by everything. But
You didn't know it back
Bipartisan?
then.
no, I didn't know it, and I had a sex addiction in my 20s. All
Join
right.
the club.
All right,
honey.
in the early 30s. Wouldn't want to forget those early 30s. Sha-na-na, once again. But yeah, bipolar disorder, and then when I was a kid, they used to say, "Here comes little crazy Jenny." Well-
So at 30, when you look in the mirror and said, okay, why am I not as famous as Michael Jackson? You had your brothers and sisters who were already a success.
Mhm.
And so you had to make that happen. And you had sacrificed so
Right.
much already
Mhm.
to make that happen.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Is that Charmaine again?
Charmaine!
A daughter, everybody.
Well, what's interesting?
Charmaine, you're on the radio with RuPaul. Mama will call you when I get out, baby. Say hello to the world. Just say hello, world.
Hey, Charmaine.
I'll call you back.
Of course, the Charmaine story is in the book also.
Yeah.
Not only are you the mother of Black Hollywood, you became Charmaine's mother. I want
Yeah.
to talk about that. We're going to do a break in a minute, but I just want to get to the heart of this thing of when you look back, you are a success. You're a major star. When you look back on the times when it hadn't happened, what do you think that was about? Metaphysically speaking, why did you have to go so long for the rest of the world to catch up?
God knows I've tried to figure that out all my life. The only thing I've come up with is just you're just not ready until you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
It's no telling what would have happened to me had I become famous at an early age, especially being bipolar. It's wow. I don't think I'd be here, Rue.
Mm.
I really don't. I don't think I'd be here if I hadn't gone and taken care of myself. Acknowledged that there was something wrong. The depression is what showed me more. I mean, if you don't know you have something, then that's just your life. I would get up, dance class, voice class, and just run and run and run. But after the Broadway show, the ovation wasn't enough. I had to carry that ovation home with me.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a nightcap of having sex with a gorgeous man. That's just the
Mhm.
way it went,
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, when AIDS came around, we all put on the brakes. And,
Mm-hmm.
Walter Cronkite said, everybody you've slept with everybody they've slept with in the last 7 years. I said, well, book me a trip around the world because I'm
Yeah.
a dead bitch
Right,
in
right.
these streets.
Yeah.
And of course, I had to watch all my babies die.
I
And,
know, yeah.
and sing at all those funerals. We were too young for that kind of grief. It was overwhelming. I had a nervous breakdown right after my father died with a massive heart attack, and I just hit the floor. It was too much. I think my best friend, my voice teacher, and Michael Peters, the great choreographer, all died within like a 2-week time
my
period, and I
Peter.
hit the floor. It was just too much.
Was the first one, his name was Quitman? Is that how you say his
Quitman
name?
Flood? Yeah, Quitman Flood
And
the
it's
third.
spelled exactly
a
the way it's
great name.
Quitman.
Quitman.
Yeah, and
What
he
a
was a
great
dancer you met in
Yes, he was a dance major at Juilliard, the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen walking. And oh God, he was the hardest to get through
New York. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
in the
baby.
book.
Mm-hmm.
He was the hardest. I mean, I couldn't call his name without breaking down because when I walked in the room, everything went away but me in his eyes.
Mhm.
Mm.
He just saw me. He just thought I was the cutest, most talented little thing.
Mhm.
Taught me how to walk like Beyonce before Beyonce was born.
Mhm.
You know, he taught me what shoes, how to float on air in shoes.
Mhm.
He taught me how to sing to the left and sing to the right and go into the souls of people. You know, between Quitman and Bette Midler, I was shaped and formed and loved.
Mhm.
I was loved by Quitman.
Mhm.
Bette loves me too. She still loves me.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from her yet about the book. I hope she don't go in. I told just a little bit, Bette. Ooh,
Well,
scary
She's been
shit.
busy on
Ooh,
Broadway.
some scary shit.
Well, you know what's interesting about all of the stories in this book, and I've read it. It is so much. It's so much fun. It is so funny. It is your voice,
Yeah.
and it is like spending time with you in a way that, at least in the book, you can shut the book off for a minute. You can close the book and take it for
What
a minute.
about that bitch coming down Mount Fuji?
Oh my
How about that
goodness!
bitch? How about that Mount Fuji? What I didn't put is that I started building a house, a picnic table. I didn't know if a mountain lion was gonna come for my ass in the middle of the night.
Right.
I said, who the fuck done left Jenifer Lewis halfway up an extinct volcano but
Oh
another
my
man?
god! It's. There's so many stories in here.
You
We're
won't even
gonna-
believe half of them. They're all true.
They're all true.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break, but when we come back, I want to ask you about what you learned about yourself in the process of writing this book, and you know, if you found anything new about. I mean, because you are so open. You when you're out there, you give so much on stage. You give so much. All of you
In life.
in life.
In everything. You know, if it's a Jenifer Lewis production, a Jenifer Lewis party, you know what you're going to get.
Right.
That's
right.
branding. That is a branding right there.
So when we come back, I'm going to ask you that question, and we'll be right back with more Jenifer Lewis, one N, Jenifer Lewis, the mother of Black Hollywood. All right. Casper Mattress, y'all, loving it, living for it. It's fabulous. And you know what? Have you noticed there are other companies trying to do this same
There
thing
used to
right
be
now?
one other, now there's like 10.
Yeah.
You want to know why?
Why?
Casper is killing the game.
That's right.
Why y'all hating?
Why y'all hating? What's good, Miley?
What's good, Casper?
You know what I'm saying?
Casper is the original baller.
It's true, and everybody out there needs to experience this.
Yes.
You can get $50 toward any mattress purchase by visiting Casper.com/RU. Use that offer code, honey, RU. Now, terms and conditions may apply. What are you waiting for?
Stop waiting.
Get on over to Casper.com. Use
Slash
that offer code.
Are you and get started today?
We are back with Jenifer Lewis, the mother of Black Hollywood. That's the name of the book. It is
It's
so
so
much
good.
fun. It is so funny. And I've known you for, I don't know how many years. I think I met you in, I first heard about you when you were doing The Divas Dismissed. I was working with a producer out here in Los Angeles, and he said, now, do you know about this show, The Diva is Dismissed? With Jenifer Lewis. I said, I know that name. I don't. And he started talking about it.
Mhm.
And then I think within 6 months, I had met you and we had become friends.
I know. You came to see the show, I think, like 3 times. I was
Yes.
so excited.
So much fun. Is that
I'm a
on
big
tape?
fan of yours
Uh.
before you're a big fan of mine.
Is
Aw.
that show on tape? Is it?
It is, and I think I'm going to release it. I think
You
I'm going to release
should.
it. It launched my career. You know, the people from In Living Color and Different World
And Fresh
Fresh
Prince?
Prince, they all came, and they, I got on show after show after show after show.
Because of that.
Absolutely.
Again, and I think that's an interesting point, an important point for the people out there listening, kids who want to get in show business, that you had been doing it. You had done the 10,000 hours many years before The Divas Dismissed,
Mhm.
but you took control of the situation and you made it work. You put yourself in a situation where people could see you, where the focus became very clear, and then people said, "Oh, okay, I know how to use her now. I
Yeah.
know exactly where we need to put her."
Right, because they wanted me to just be a singer. Back in those days, see, you just had to be a singer or a comedian or
Mhm.
this, and I wasn't willing to give one up.
Mhm.
I couldn't go out and just be one thing.
Well,
I was
that's
an
what triple
actress.
threats are. And
Yeah, and see, Sammy and Judy and Pearlie Mae and Moms Mabley, all these people were, my idols.
Yes.
Mahalia Jackson,
Mm.
Aretha.
Mhm.
So, Leslie Uggams, Diane Carroll.
Mhm.
So
They did it all.
These were triple threats.
Mhm.
And back in my day, you had to hit the back row of the theater.
Mhm.
I was trained in the classics. I'm
Mhm.
talking Brecht, Shakespeare, Molière,
Mhm.
Gibson, Ibsen. I said Gibson.
As in Mel.
The Gibson girl.
As in Henry Gibson.
Yeah, Henry Gibson. That's a good one. Anyway, But no, on the true T, I couldn't learn enough.
Yeah.
I was always in somebody's class, movement, yoga, Tai Chi. And because I studied karate, Shotokan to be exact, in my 20s, when the Northridge earthquake hit, I had a molecular memory gathering, honey. I had to kick down 7 doors to pull people out that was screaming help. Now
Mm.
you want to know,
Oh
you
my
want to
gosh.
talk about a movie.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? I was going to run outside? The ceiling was coming down? You think I was going to run outside and save myself? These are the moments that define us. I
Mhm.
pulled them people out. I
Right.
kicked down doors.
Yeah.
That's what you'll do.
Wow.
Where in the city in LA were you living?
I was in Studio City.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not far from Northridge at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And it hit, baby. And I went limp. See, I had meditated before I went to bed. So when that earthquake hit, I thought we had been bombed at
Mhm.
first because I'd felt earthquakes before, but this shit was boom, 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 boom. It's
Mhm.
like the one Jackie Washington describes in Jackie's Back.
Uh-huh.
I mean, really, Entendre started her shaking and shit. Earthquake will shake the shit out of you, and Entendre will let you know. That bitch made it a double.
Yes,
Make
she
it a
did.
double
Thank
entendre.
you.
Shit.
Okay, we've got to tell that one because she's talking about,
First
of
of all,
course,
Jackie's Back.
Jackie's
Yeah.
Back, the Lifetime movie that Jenifer
good
Lewis
Lord,
did, which is
Jenifer.
a classic. It is like, and she talks about it in the book, it is such a cult classic. People quote the lines from that movie
Oh my God.
constantly.
Constantly.
Now, Sam Fine, the makeup artist, told me that you were going to call Entendre mezzanine at one point.
Well, yeah, a mezzanine or NyQuil.
Or
NyQuil.
NyQuil.
Yeah, a woman just rolled over and saw some NyQuil. I'm named the baby NyQuil. That bitch say, we're going to sit in the mezzanine. Well, name the baby Mezzanina. Uh-huh. Just name the baby Mezzanina and NyQuil.
They're
No.
twins.
No, I'm going to tell you right straight off. Jackie's Back was written around us saying, make it a double entendre.
Oh,
the
okay.
entire script stemmed
It
from
started
make
there.
it a double entendre.
Right, right.
And, it was a Shirley Bassey documentary called Have Voice Will Travel, where she kept saying how fabulous she was, and then you cut to her people. And they said, well, no, it didn't quite happen like that. Well, no, it didn't quite. No, that's not it. What she did it at all. I remember a phone, a chair, and some other shit thrown up against the wall. What did Shirley say? So this was it. This was Jackie.
Wait,
Just
so the Shirley one is called what?
Have Voice.
Have
Will
Voice.
Travel.
Will travel.
Is
Okay.
that what Jackie's Back is based on the Shirley Bassey?
It most certainly is.
Yeah, yeah.
It most certainly
So
is.
because in Jackie's Back, I think the line goes, Entendre, fix me a drink. Oh, and Entendre,
Make it
a double entendre.
Yeah.
I
She
think
says,
that's a,
yeah, she says, get mama's medicine. And yeah, make it a double entendre. That bitch went running. Oh, fuck. We had so much fun
Oh, my
writing Jackie's
God.
Back.
Who wrote
I'll
it?
give you,
Who wrote it with
Mark
you?
Brown and Dela Duke.
Uh-huh.
Mark Brown's we all went to college together.
Yeah.
No, they have my voice. They wrote for me on Girlfriends also
Uh-huh.
for Veretta Childs
Yeah.
with her drunk ass. But
And when you were going to call the daughter
Mezzanina?
mezzanine,
what was the line leading up to that?
I don't remember. We have seats in the mezzanina. Mezzanina.
I thought that Sam Fine, the makeup artist, I think he told me it was mezzanine. Meet me on the balcony.
Yeah, that's it. Mezzanine. Meet me on the balcony, bitch. We're gonna need some bastard amber.
That would have worked too.
Oh my God! But I got to tell you some of the Jackie's Back trivia. Okay, so when I kicked my leg up at the piano
Uh-huh.
with David Hyde Pierce,
Yeah.
my leg was really hurting. There was a Love Goddess number,
Uh-huh.
a full out with high kick, fan kicks. And the next day, I did it full out. The next day, I couldn't get my leg up. Y'all know I got that high kick.
Oh my goodness.
So I said, show these bastards. They're like, that shit was real. Oh my God. And then Barry
how we
Cross,
feel.
my
ex-manager.
ex-manager Barry Cross, he Lord have mercy. Wait a minute, I'm trying to get it right. Oh, he got Dolly Parton.
Mhm.
We walked in and there sat Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
and then Eva Marie Saint.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Miss North by Northwest. Oh, child, we
Yes.
clutched
On the
up.
waterfront, won
She
the
said,
Oscar.
Yeah, she said, Jackie's a liar. She said Jackie's a liar. But I'll tell you, that's what I was saying. Barry Cross had a party. And I was mad because they hadn't let me see the movie yet. I wanted to see it. I didn't want to see it with everybody else. I wanted to see it first myself to make sure it was good.
Private screening,
private for Miss Lewis in
Yeah.
these streets.
Yeah.
Well, honey, I walked in the party. I was evil. I had on my Donna Karen coat. I sat down. I would look into no one's eyes. Now, I had seen most of the dailies, but I hadn't seen Liza.
And were you happy?
Baby, I sat there clutched and evil until Liza came on saying, I don't know much about the African. I hit the floor when that bitch said she didn't know nothing about the African. Judy Garland's baby.
Yes.
Talking with the word Africa in her mouth
Yes.
at all.
Yes.
She says, I don't. But that's a true story. I went
Yeah.
to Liza's house and I was drunk as a skunk and I wouldn't let anybody else sing. I just stayed at that piano because I wanted to be as great as she was. I was a child.
Yes.
And she was a child in this kingdom by the sea.
Oh my goodness! Now, okay, now
Wow.
years ago, you tweeted that I think it was the tweet was I've made the decision to bring. I'm going to produce Ventura Boulevard, which is your take on Sunset Boulevard.
Well, I've had yes, honey. Oh yes,
Ventura Boulevard.
yes, Ventura
That's
Boulevard.
ridiculous.
We're getting it
That
together,
is
y'all.
totally leotarded.
Yes.
I love it.
Debbie Allen, Jenifer Lewis.
Oh my God.
Tackling
stop.
Ventura Boulevard. I can't remember the character's name. I think her name is Victoria. I don't know. It's one of those grand names she
Yes,
has.
yeah,
Her
yeah.
Norma Desmond.
No,
Rothschild.
it's so perfect for you. That's the thing. And as you did with the Divas Dismissed, I think everybody has to take things into their own hands. And this town actually needs you to tell them how to use
I
you.
created everything.
Yeah.
I never waited for the phone to ring.
Yeah, you
I never
can't.
wait. I created a one-woman show and was grateful that I had that
Yeah.
talent.
Yeah.
Because that's where most of my gigs came from.
And that's where the mistake most people make. They wait for the phone to
And
ring.
I tell people, look, don't tell me you're an actress if you're not somewhere acting.
Yes.
Don't tell me you're singing if you're not somewhere singing.
Right.
Nobody want to hear what you gonna do.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And that's what this book is about. I'm trying to tell the millennials, honey, keep it moving. I'm so proud of them laying down in front of the police barricades for the police brutality. Now I want you to get up and stay up and keep it moving. But there's a beat that everybody misses. Don't forget to feel it.
Yeah.
This shit is disappointing.
Yeah.
We didn't know we were going to have to fight this hard anymore. Not this hard.
Right.
We got to go back and understand that you're standing on the shoulders
Yeah.
of the people who were on the front line who took the hoses and the dogs.
Absolutely.
Make no mistake. I told my daughter, I said, you pull up a picture of Nelson Mandela on your internet and you look at how fragile his shoulders are. Little girl, you're standing on those.
Yeah.
Be very, very careful.
Yeah.
I quote Mandela in the beginning of the
Yeah.
book, what right do we have to live small? We have no right to live small. Be great. Do great things. Change the channel.
Yeah.
Because, honey, we've got to resist these forces that will take air from your great-grandchildren to breathe.
That's
Be
right.
very careful, honey.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Be very careful.
Yeah.
We're going to have to come out in these streets.
Yeah. A minute ago, you mentioned Pearlie Mae. And as you're talking, I'm thinking, wow, how great would it be if Jenifer Lewis did something where she portrayed Pearl Bailey? And now, what I'm thinking as you're talking, I'm thinking about, it doesn't have to be the whole life of Pearl Bailey. It could be a small chapter where it's like the making of that Carol Channing's TV special that they did, or something to do with her husband. Was it Buddy Rich? Was her husband Pearl Bailey? Yeah. The drummer. I think Pearl Bailey's husband was Buddy Rich, the drummer.
Yeah, he was a drummer. I can't think of his name.
drummer.
The drummer, yes. Anyway, long story long is, there's so many things you could do. What do you want to do? What are the projects in your mind, in your vast imagination?
Well, there's some very exciting things going on right now.
I bet there are.
Yeah, people are grabbing and snipping and creeping around. And
Isn't that funny
Yeah,
after
it's-
all these years?
I know, but you know what, Rue? Let me just be honest. I guess I wasn't ready emotionally and spiritually. I've always kept myself together physically and mentally.
Mhm.
But, one cannot be where one is not.
Mhm.
And would I change anything? Not one step.
Mm.
All right, it was that one motherfucker in Chicago, but that's another story. That one motherfucker in Chicago.
That's
It's
right.
always Chicago,
Yeah.
ain't it?
And
But
they'll
no,
never be able to find the body
No,
because
I'm telling you, it was a Motel 6. There was some smothering. I hadn't had my breast reduction yet. There was some smothering. I left him there. I don't know what happened. Now, ladies and
Chicago?
gentlemen, you go and seek. You know, I'm always on a seek and destroy mission.
yes, you
No,
are.
I just wanted to give back with this book. I've had an amazing, life.
Amazing.
It has been an amazing life, and there are 10,000 stories I didn't tell.
Yeah.
I mean, a Maasai warrior stepped in front of me in the Serengeti and saved me from being plummeted by a Cape buffalo, not a water buffalo. A
Mhm.
Cape, and that bitch, I knew it was a female because her horns were pointy.
Mhm.
And I knew if she had some kids around there, I was a dead bitch.
Oh my
But the
goodness.
Maasai warrior,
Was
10
it-
foot tall God stepped in front of me and saved my life. My girlfriend said, girl, I don't want to hear nothing about no buffalo. I want to know what you were doing on the road with a Maasai warrior, 10 feet tall. I said, well, suck it now. Ooh. And I said to myself, bitch, are you getting ready to die in the Serengeti? What a headline. Double D cup diva found dead in the Serengeti. Come
Oh.
on, children.
I've got so many questions for
Why
you.
have you not played Mom's Mabley?
Oh, child, I've been Mom's Mabley all my life. I did play Mom's Mabley in The Princess and the Frog. I did Mom's Mabley. Her name
That's
is Mama
true.
Woody.
That's
Don't
true.
matter what you look like. Dear Lord. Hey,
Let's-
y'all want some candy? You. My gumbo's burning. I'm talented.
That's a
bitch.
story waiting for you.
It really is.
Yeah.
We've got Jenifer Lewis. The book is called The Mother of Black Hollywood. We're going to take a quick break and way more stories to come. So just hold on. Oh, Michelle, you know, I live so far out from the grocery store. It's true. And yeah, first of all, okay.
What do you do?
Okay, the truth is I don't go to the grocery store.
Right.
But I think Blue Apron is such a perfect fit for people like me and so many other people who do go to the grocery store but don't want to have all the hassle of what do I cook? How do I cook?
Yeah, because you have to look up the recipe, then you have to then write everything down or take a picture of the recipe.
Oh, life is hard.
And then you have to go to the grocery store and find everything. And what aisle is freaking cumin in? Well, you don't have to worry about with the Blue Apron because it gets delivered to your door. By the way, free shipping. It comes in a box like many other things. And all you need to do is put it in your refrigerator. It comes with easy to follow step-by-step guides.
I love the fact that all the seasonings are already measured out.
It's pre-portioned.
I love that.
All you have to do, you don't even have to think. You just have to do what the thing says. And there's pictures to show you step by step. It's
Brilliant.
really idiot proof. And better than idiot proof, it's actually delicious. And I have 2 teenage daughters who are really picky and they love Blue Apron. And Blue Apron knows that when you cook with incredible ingredients, you're going to make incredible meals. So they set the highest quality standards for their community. They have like 150 artisanal suppliers, family run farms, fisheries, ranchers, so they know where all their products are coming from. Ooh, listen, some upcoming meals include, now I got the Fontina gnocchi with broccoli for the girls.
I think I went to high school with a girl. with
Fontina
that name.
gnocchi?
Uh-huh,
Oh,
I
she was
certainly
the
did.
Italian girl in San Diego. They have black bean and cheese tortas with roasted broccoli and lime sour cream, some shrimp and pesto fettuccine with spinach. Yes, girl, your mouth watering. What I love about them is variety, and you can change it on the app or online. Like if you see 2 things, you're going to, you know what? I don't feel like pork or whatever this week. You go in, you switch it out for something else. There's vegetarian options, there's beef options.
I love
Fish
that.
options,
Isn't that what life in
chicken.
the 21st century is really all about?
That's what I'm talking
Options.
about. New recipes created weekly. They're not repeated within a year. So choose your meals from a variety of recipes. You can customize them. Like I said, switch them out if you don't want them. Each meal comes with that step-by-step guide, easy to follow. And of course, you ain't going to get out of here without a discount. So $30 off your first meal with free shipping. Go to blueapron.com/Rue or download the app. That's blueapron.com/RU. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. All right, girl. Come on, tagline.
Jenifer Lewis is here, and we're talking about her book, The Mother of Black Hollywood. It's available now. Go to Amazon, go and get the audio book, all of it. But you know what's interesting? A minute ago, you mentioned breast reduction. You've always been known for your breasts. Why did you get a breast reduction?
Oh, my titties were so big. E-I-E-I-O. Oh, with a big titty head, big titty that head, titty that titty. Oh, my titties were so big.
How did you think about it for a long time before?
No, hell no, honey. I got back from Preacher's Wife,
Mhm.
and them girls had raced to my knees. And I was still fine and pretty. I was only 40. I said, shit, I ain't looking these motherfuckers around the rest of my life.
Yeah.
No, they just made me. It was my back. It wasn't really vanity. It was my back, and I'd had them all my life. And when you have big titties, you kind of, the second chapter in my book, I think, is shoulders, back, titties first.
Yeah.
Well, when you push your chest out, the back curves.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you're fucking up your back. So I had to take care of that.
And they started young, growing young.
And then they grow back,
Yeah.
Don't be fooled, y'all. Fat has memory. It will grow
Okay.
back. Don't go getting it all sucked out and carrying on.
Yeah.
Just keep that shit and work out and eat good. Don't be messing up your body
Well,
now.
why did you wait 20 years?
Want to do it again?
Well, you
Oh,
had
I've
it
had
done
it twice.
You are kidding
Yes,
me.
I did. I had it done when I was 40, and I had it done when I was 56, I believe.
That's a major
They grow back.
surgery.
No, well, I had to do it. You have to ask yourself, do I want to enjoy my success. I want to enjoy my life. I want to stay healthy. I've always been athletic. And you can't have something hanging out to your knees, child,
Right.
and be trying to exercise and carry on. So
Painful.
and there was no pain.
You didn't
believe it
have
or
back
not. No
pain?
pain.
'Cause
No
usually
back pain,
yeah.
yes. I'm talking about the surgery itself.
Oh, no.
It was not painful. But one thing I was concerned about, that my fatty tissue taken from them was being inserted into the white girl's lips, and they were standing outside in their yards in Beverly Hills singing at the Merman song, and don't know why, because they got Jenifer Lewis fatty tissue in their lips.
I would have been
You're
first
this
in
well.
line.
You'll be great. Gonna have the whole world on the plate.
Starting here.
Come on, with them lips sticking straight out. With Jenifer Lewis fatty tissue.
I'll take it.
They be saying, I don't want nobody messing with me in these streets. My lips are so big with Jenifer Lewis's fat titties. Fat titties. Well, fat titties. Fatty
Titty
tissue.
fat.
Yeah,
Titty
fatty
fat.
tissue.
Now,
Titty fat.
a minute ago, you mentioned years and years of therapy. Do you still see the therapist, Rachel?
Oh, yeah. I had to go back when the con artist came, child. Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes, child. No,
Oh,
child.
okay.
Your girl was conned.
Yeah.
And that hit hard because it happened the same day my mother died.
Oh, my
Ooh.
goodness.
My girlfriend noticed that my behavior was different. Con artists have to keep you isolated. And when she said, when am I going to lunch with you and Tony? And she said, I mumbled, like, we just kind of want to be alone.
Mhm.
She thought to herself, when the fuck did you start mumbling about anything? So keep good friends around you. She noticed that something was not quite right with me. And I lay my shit on a slab. I'm always coming at you. I'm serving the moment. I call it like I see it, smell it, taste it, touch it, and feel it. So there's no shame in my game, and you don't have to guess where my head is when it's not laying on top of yours. Okay? I'm going to say it straight and full out. But I didn't pay attention to my instincts. I knew something was wrong. I couldn't put my finger on it. I was in the middle of getting an honorary doctorate degree and writing a commencement speech. That was huge. I was honored to do that for Webster University. And I was getting a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Black Film Association. And just all up, just busy. And y'all know me. I'm just walking around with this smile on my face. Honey, that evil snake slithered himself into my life. I just couldn't believe anything that evil could touch me. I was like, wait a minute, there's some shit out of a movie. So let me say that to all y'all out to the RuPaul land, honey. Pay attention. Pay attention. I say it in my book. Pay the fuck attention, because these scams and con artists are coming. And then when Trump won, when a con artist won the White House, that impacted me even more.
Yeah.
That a con artist could be going into the White House, a con artist trying to get away with, conning me. But I did sue LA Fitness. I won. But I ain't done with them yet, because they are still not doing thorough background
Well, let me
checks
ask
on
you
their
this.
people.
In hindsight, what was it in you that allowed you to be con? Because, they build confidence in you. That's
Yes.
where the
Oh, yeah.
confidence man.
Oh, yeah.
So, but for the mark has to have something they want to get out of the situation. What did you want out of the situation aside from?
Well, no, we were promising a future together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really did say, I said, oh, Jenny, come on, try something new. I mean, the
A
lies.
future in a romantic way.
Oh,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And
It wasn't a business deal.
I'd only invested financially after I met his children.
Mm-hmm.
That's what softened me
Mm-hmm.
to start to believe in it. He used his children. That's why I'm going to get
You
that
used
son
him
of
as a
bitch.
pawn.
Oh my God,
Mm.
I am going to.
Very
and
smart
he been
motherfucker,
do.
let me
Oh
tell ya.
no, honey. He was masterful. He's been doing it since he was 15 years old. He's been in and out of jail. Told me he gone to Oxford. Dumbass
Oh!
child.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to. I can't tell you. But yes, the answer to your question is after something that horrible happens, you might want to revisit therapy and try to get through that. That was a hard hit. That took me out.
But you had been with the same therapist for many years. What
Mhm.
made you decide, okay, I'm going to take a little break from the therapist?
Oh, God, I'm doing fine. I mean, that's 17 years. I know
Mhm.
she's sick of me. You know that. You know damn well she went to therapy right after me every time. I want that bitch out. And I hope she's listening too. That's my girl. I walk in there. I did headstand the first session and sat on the back of the sofa.
Yeah.
And then she started asking me about my life. I said, oh, bitch, I came here to talk about my career.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna talk about all that other bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
She started writing, thinking to herself, shit, all this work I'm gonna have to do with this one. But you know what?
And you've gone back to her?
Oh, absolutely. I've stayed with
She's
her.
got the
Well,
history.
but she also re-raised me. I had to be re-raised.
Yeah.
I went in an infant,
Mm-hmm.
because I was the baby, and my mother was 26 when she had her 7th child.
Mm-hmm.
You imagine being
Wow.
26 years old, and here come my bipolar ass.
Mhm.
She was like, get the fuck out of here, go tell your sister.
Oh.
So I spent my childhood going, see me, and then it turned into see me, motherfuckers. That rage came out, and then it turned into the diva.
Yeah.
Oh, you bitches will see me
Yeah.
with arms spread out, the mask.
Yeah.
And then the divas dismissed. I took that mask off
Yeah.
and said, come on, take that journey inside yourself, Jenny. Come on, I dare you. Somebody said to me, there's no greater journey than the journey within.
Oh, yeah.
I turned around, I said, within? I said, there's a journey? Well, I'll take that, bitch. Taxi. Hey. And I went down in there, I went down deep and got that pain,
Yeah.
a lot of pain. Very poverty-stricken area I came from, abusive childhood,
Mhm.
We didn't call it abuse back then. You just got your ass beat. But
Yeah.
I think I got my ass beat just a little too much for my taste.
Right.
But,
and the bigness is a survival mechanism. But once you've survived, once you find out that you're okay, how do you turn that back and dial it back and say, okay, now I'm in a safe place. Now I can actually enjoy life.
Absolutely enjoy life. But what I found, and this is real, what I find about what I enjoy about life most is what we call giving back. It's about the kids now. And I say this with humility. I've had my day in the sun. I am the fucking sun now. Come on, don't roll up on me, bitch. You'll blow a fuse. Because I did it. I took the stairs. The elevator to success is broken. Take the stairs. And I took the stairs. I went to college, got my degree, got on Broadway in less than 11 days upon arriving in New York City.
Yeah.
It's unheard of
Yeah.
because I had no fear in me. My first review in New York City was Hurricane Lewis hits New York. Now, how the fuck do you follow that?
All right.
One critic said an atomic bomb could go off on the other side of the stage. You still wouldn't take your eyes off Jenifer Lewis. How was I supposed to live up to that shit? I was meteoric. I had talent from the gods, and I honored it. I don't know how I got out alive. To this day, I can't tell you the recipe. I tell the millennials at the back of the book, I said, there's no recipe here, but I can tell you one thing or two. Find that passion and grab that bitch as tight as you can. And run it till the wheels fall off. I've run it till the wheels. My wheels are, ooh, honey, I'm having a good time now. Travel around the world. I just got back from Uzbekistan, Mongolia, Iceland, St. Petersburg, Easter Island. I was Cartagena, and I made up some words. And he said, Cartagena, well, Cartagena, Cartagena, Cartagena. I scored the entire trip. Now let me think. And then we played Scrabble on the plane. I live
Was
in the
this
tower Scrabble.
Pleasure or work?
Oh, honey, pleasure.
Oh, good for
Where
you.
a double letter reaches the sky. I am a triple letter whore for a triple word score, and the asshole I'll tear you's gonna make you cry, cry, cry from the tower Scrabble. My score will fly to the sky like a bird. Cause baby, I ain't no schnook. Yes, I memorized the book, and I know XI and XU are both a word to the power of Scrabble. Motherfucker talking about he gonna beat me in Scrabble. Dumb bitch.
I don't think so.
No, ain't nobody beat me. I am the queen of Scrabble in the
How
streets.
did Jenifer Lewis go from being Jenifer Lewis, UB, Broadway, and the original Effie, which a lot of people don't know, before they ended up going with.
You were in the workshop.
The workshop production of Dream
Of Dream
Girls.
Girls.
That's still an
Uh,
original before
they-
there was that.
That's right. That was Nell Carter,
Yeah.
Elena Reed, rest in peace,
Mm-hmm.
and Jennifer Holliday. They fired Jennifer. They hired me.
They fired her in the workshop.
Well, I don't know the exact story.
Yeah.
But they hired me.
Yeah.
To this day, I think they hired me, the actress, right out of college,
Mm-hmm.
to develop the role, knowing they were going to hire Jennifer back. Honey,
Ah.
I could sing, but could nobody sing like that,
Oh,
bitch?
mm,
Come
still
on,
can't,
in
by
the
the way.
streets.
Gonna say
Come
that.
on, Jenny Holiday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
But-
then you went from that to being a harlot.
Yeah, I toured with Bette Midler, 1983. Well, there's a story that I stepped over her body when she fainted on stage. They say I stepped over her body. I didn't step over her body. She fell out in the wings. And then I started, he was a famous trumpet man from Mount Chicago. Wait, honey, look, you pick up the banner. And nobody got time for Bette to be falling out.
Right, yes.
And then, the beginning of Boogie Woogie Bugle Boys Company B
Yes.
was doom, 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 doom. And that was computerized.
Uh-huh.
So shit, I just left up. I went, he was a famous trumpet man from Mount Chicago. Wait, but here's the fun part. I couldn't sing her part. I sang that night what I heard every night.
Yes.
I couldn't just sing her part or just sing my part. So it went, he was a famous trumpet man from Mount Chicago, way about up, a boogie style that no one else could bout up, man at his crack, woo, woo. But then his number came, pow, and he was caught in the, whoo, he's in the humming night, yeah, a blowing reveille, woo, he's a boogie woogie bugle boy of company B. I knew, oh child, I was trained.
Was it hard for you to go back? You're in the background as a harlot.
Not for Bette Midler.
True, she's
I
still.
didn't have a problem backing up Bette Midler
Got
because that was Bette Midler.
Okay.
But I never backed another motherfucker up after that.
I don't know how you could. You're Jenifer Lewis.
Sookie now.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Sookie.
That's amazing. And you were in, it's basically a girl group at that point.
Yeah.
How what's it like to get along with the other girls in the group?
Oh, I was a hot mess. I was all bipolar and unmedicated. I was either under-medicated or over-medicated. Them bitches didn't have a time. They didn't have a chance in hell.
No.
I was a hot mess. I even got on Bette's nerve. But and I say in the book, I wish I had known that, I was bipolar so I could have, because, I was a hot mess back then.
Yeah, but bipolar back then was called manic depressive.
Yeah.
So you would get completely depressed.
Highs and lows.
Mhm.
You'd
Yeah,
get
highs and
really
lows.
dark. Who would pull you out of it?
Because when you're in a
the
high,
dream, the dream, the
Mhm.
dream. I say it over and over again. I had to get out of the bed. Thank God we have to pee.
Right. Right.
Because, if we didn't have to pee, we wouldn't get the fuck up sometime.
Amen.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. That dance class got me up. That
Mhm.
voice class got me up.
Mhm.
My friends got me up. Nature got me up. I've always loved, I'm a nocturnal creature,
Mhm.
but I'll wake up for the sunrise and go back to bed. I find strength in trees and the ocean and
Yeah.
clouds.
That's why you love traveling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, I saw a big old cloud off the coast of Dubrovnik. I'll never forget it.
Gorgeous. Dubrovnik's amazing. Nobody ever talks about it. Nobody ever goes to
Dubrovnik
Croatia.
and
It's
Ha.
an amazing, beautiful city on the water.
Really?
Beautiful.
Where they shoot
Mhm.
part of Game of Thrones.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
It's stunning.
Wow.
Shout
wow.
out to Dubrovnik.
We've got Jenifer Lewis here. The Mother of Black Hollywood is the book. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Jenifer Lewis, 1N.
In these streets.
Girl, Casper is killing the game.
Tell me about your sleep.
Well, it is, in a word, fabulous.
Yes.
Fabulous. It's like sleeping on a cloud. It's so wonderful. And, we spend so much of our time in
On
bed.
our back.
On our backs, in bed. You better make that time worth something. You better make it turn into something of value. That's where Casper Mattress comes in.
And I'm telling you, if you're trying to heal yourself or you're going through any kind of health issues, one, if not the biggest killer and the biggest thing you can do for yourself is getting a good 8-hour
Yes. Yeah.
night's sleep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Honestly, that's what causes stress. That's what causes your body to break down.
You have to allow your body to heal. And it's during the sleep process that you allow your body to heal. Now, of course, most people are used to going to these big mattress retailers. You see them on television or the department stores. The mattress game has changed by Casper.
Because of Casper.
Yeah.
And they have these, this is what I love about Casper mattresses, because you go in and you're like, you have to choose between the Tempur-Pedic or the inner coil, and it's like, you don't know what you want. Well, listen to Casper. They have a hybrid mattress that combines premium latex foam and the memory foam, so they're extra comfortable. You don't have to make a choice because Casper does it for you, and the choice is perfection.
Perfection.
That's the choice. So Rue and I just got the new Casper Wave. We each got one of those mattresses. And I'm telling you, I loved my other one so much that I put my Casper Wave on top of the Casper that I already have. I am Princess and the MFP. I know what is happening all around my body because of my Casper. I love it so much, you guys. And they're so confident in the quality of their mattresses that they have a risk-free trial and return policy. Try sleeping on that Casper for 100 days with free delivery and painless returns. It's 100% risk-free. So what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? Go on over to Casper. Get that $50 towards any mattress purchase right now. Go to Casper.com/Rue using that offer code RU. Now, terms and conditions may apply. That's Casper.com/RU and get started today. We are back with Jenifer Lewis. Now, she walked in here looking gorgeous. And now, who did your face? What's going
honey,
on?
Valente, Tyra Banks' man.
Now, you said he...
Yes, Valente, honey.
He's
fabulous.
amazing.
You said he did it several days ago?
He did it, I'm not going to lie to you, 2 days ago. He beat my face for a book signing down at Esselwan Books in Leimert Park. And then yesterday, Brandy was going to come over and we were going to do a new hit. But she flaked out, Miss One Person Child Girl thing.
You mean Brandy Norwood?
Brandy Norwood, honey. That's one of them Brandy in my life. And she's so, and how about that little Tardrick? Did you see the Tardrick one? Where Tardrick calls her a legend? I'm like, that. Oh, I couldn't believe he called somebody else a legend in my house. I'm going to put that little boy in the pool. Little Tardrick in his soprano voice. I said, shut the fuck up, boy. Don't be upstaging me.
Now, you got all the kids up there. You've got our little Shangela up in your house.
Shangela is Jenifer Lewis Jr. And as
baby.
I'm sitting here next to Ms. Lewis, I am seeing this where little DJ gets a little act.
That's my baby. What can I tell you, girl? I gave him to me.
Yeah.
How'd you meet Shangela?
Well, he came backstage when I was doing Mother Courage and Her Children in Central Park at the New York Shakespeare Festival with Meryl Streep. And he came back saying he was, my biggest fan. I said, boy, sit down somewhere. So I let him sit down. And then I said, well, tell me about yourself. I try not to let it always be all about me, like when Lynn Whitfield said in the book. She said, it's not always about you, Jenifer. I said, yes, it is a bit. That's my girl, though. That's my girl. But anyway, so DJ Pierce, Shangela, that's my baby. He said he had just graduated from college when I met him. I said, well, if you get to L.A., I need an assistant. So he moved in. He was my assistant. And it wasn't like 3 months later, he said, I'm going on the RuPaul Drag Race. I said, what the fuck is the RuPaul Drag Race? Because you had just come out. And I said, Ru got a show because you had come up to see me in Hello Dolly in Seattle. And you mentioned it, but I didn't know it had come to pass. And so I didn't even know he was a drag queen when he moved in the house. Poor thing. He was still doing corn and shit. Y'all voted him out. First drag queen after. He said, I'm going to be gone for 2 months, Jen. That motherfucker called in a week or something. I said, what happened, baby? He said, I was the first one thrown out. I said, you come on back in, I'm going to give you some more Jenifer Lewis lessons. They won't throw you the fuck off again. So I started training this little ass. Oh, child, D. And he gives it up to his baby.
Weren't you worried that it was going to be an Eve Harrington
It's
storyline?
a full-out Eve Harrington. That motherfucker don't do nothing but Jenifer Lewis. And take it.
100%.
I'm glad a Negro that motherfucker live up in my house. Now, how the fuck is he not going to act like Jenifer Lewis and he all up in my house, in my face, in the morning?
He loves you so much.
But let me tell you something. He's like my brother, my son, my cousin. He's let me tell you how I fell in love with DJ. All we do is our conversations are movie quotes. There's no normal talking.
Why should there be?
No normal words are used. I mean, we wake up with, these pearls are tied around my neck, anything, anybody. Oh, this is some scary shit, Regina Hall. So one day I went down to the second landing. Of course, he lives in the dungeon. And I went down there and I saw him Butters Lewis, my bichon frisé,
Mm-hmm.
had to poop. So I took him on out to the yard. And I looked over and saw DJ counting these $1 bills. Now, this is early on
Yeah.
in his drag
Yeah.
career. So I'd not seen those ones, and I hadn't been, so I
Those
didn't know
tips,
about
yeah.
tips. Titties and hips for my book.
Oh.
So anyway, he's counting his $1 bills. And I said, what you gonna do with all that money, Aileen? Tina, what's that line? What you gonna do? No, there it is. What you gonna do with all that money, Anna Mae? And, of course, he was supposed to say, Ike wants to buy a house, mama, all that. But he didn't. He just looked up with the sweetest little face. And he said, I'm saving up to get my grandma some carpet. And that little fucker stopped my heart with
Oh,
that.
my
And
goodness.
I haven't looked back.
Yeah.
That's my little boy.
I love it.
DJ is
that's
my
so
baby.
It is
Anybody
amazing.
love their grandma like that and their mama, honey?
And
Yeah.
he does.
Got my
And he
heart.
does.
So,
He
and
does.
he loved me some. He loved him some Jenifer Lewis, y'all. He takes care of me.
Yeah.
So you hold on, I just want to get into this Hello Dolly for a minute.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You were Dolly Levi in Seattle.
In Seattle.
and Bette's doing it now on Broadway. Did you go see it?
I was there opening night. Are you
Of course
insane?
you
She
were.
called
Of
me.
course
She
you
said, Jennifer. She calls me Jennifer.
Mhm.
Jennifer, you're coming to the show, Jennifer. I said, Bet, I'm going to be there with Belle. Oh, good, Jennifer, because I need you there, Jennifer.
She sounds like Mae
Yeah,
West.
that's my girl. Well, she does so.
Yeah.
But,
Now, okay, so I want to ask you, if the book were made into a movie, the book is called The Mother of Black Hollywood, who would play you? But before you answer, in writing the book, I asked you this earlier, in writing the book, what did you find out about yourself that you
Wow,
didn't
Rue.
already know?
Well, this is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful question. I guess because, I'm 60 now, I really don't care what anybody thinks about me.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I've done with my life. I know that if I were to close my eyes right now, I'd be okay because I lived. And I guess, and it took me so many years to say these words, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I stayed alive. I'm proud that I sustained in the business where if you're working, you're a female over 60, that is a miracle within itself.
Over
Amen.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over 30 anyway.
Yeah.
And I
these days.
also, I was scared to hurt people with the book. But, I have the journals. It's there.
Mhm.
That's why the book is so good, because it's rich in details. I remember what I ate, for God's sake. It's in the journal, what I ate. I ate hot apple pie a la mode with Shirley Ralph. I smoked 2 cigarettes that day. I had 1 Tom Collins that day, 2 Black Russians, and I don't mean to drink. Hey, come on, make it a double entendre. Hey, in these streets. But yeah, I learned that how grateful I am that I'm unafraid to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yeah, I did it. I did it. Would I do it again? No. But everything I've done has brought me to this moment. I love my life now. My daughter's back, having not spoken to me for 2 years. She's back. People would say they come back, and I didn't believe it, but she's back. So when you have love, you have it all. And it doesn't have to be the love of a man or a partner. It's a child, it's nature, it's just the love of travel and seeing the world and being in a position to give back, being in this position I'm in right now, this platform I have where I can speak directly to the millennials, my God, and tell them to feel the fear and do it anyway. To tell them the elevator to success is broken, take the stairs. To tell them it's when your hardest hit that you mustn't quit. To tell them to keep it moving. You've got to fight now. You're going to have to find that courage and that strength to stand up for what you believe in. We can't sit back now and think that let these 4 years run. No, we've got to fight. We've got to meet them on the front line.
Preach.
You see? So that's what I wrote this book for. I wrote this book so that anyone who reads it would just take one more step because I did.
Mhm.
And I did, goddammit. I put one foot in front of the other. And I don't know how I did it, but it was because I had a passion. It was because I had a dream. And yes, it was the American dream.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I believe that it still exists.
It does.
You know, Mandela lived the American dream
Absolutely.
because they could not imprison his mind. The freedom of knowing who you are, being in your own skin, and having your own opinions, and knowing that you have the right to pursue happiness. Yeah, I talk in Proverbs. I'm not ashamed of it.
No.
If that's how I can get it inside of you to help you take one more step. Because when I was depressed, the first 35 years of my life, in those dark rooms, under those covers, not wanting to come out, I came out anyway. And the bitch is back.
That's right. The book is called The Mother of Black Hollywood. It is in stores now. It's on Amazon. There's the audiobook, which I'm dying to hear. Just because it's Jenifer Lewis. Who would play you, Jenifer? Who do you think out there today? And you work with, you see everybody.
There is one person that could play me.
Okay.
RuPaul.
Oh, there you go.
I wish I had all of that amazing, it's an amazing spirit. That's what's so amazing about you, is this drive that is relentless, and it is a force that I don't know anyone else who has that. It's a hard call to see who could play you. I think you're right. Shangela would probably be the
But
the
if
closest.
you're going to go to cisgender
Right.
women, that's tough.
It's a big call, because the energy, and you talked about,
What about
the dark.
Tiffany
Oh,
Haddish?
Haddish, she could probably
Yeah.
do it. I don't know if she's got the acting chops to do it. But, a minute ago, you talked about the dark night of the soul and how you pick yourself up in those situations. That's the big mystery. You talked about having gone through therapy for many years and good friends. How important are good friends
Oh, honey.
in a career
Yeah.
or a life, a journey on this planet?
Especially when you're dating, you need friends to say, honey, your boyfriend's an asshole. Did
How
you
long
know?
were you with the con artist?
Oh, like 3 months. And I
Mhm.
was traveling a lot during that time because I had gone up to the Fifth Avenue Theater to do a benefit. And then I had to go to New York. I forget for what exactly, but I was traveling a lot. And then I went down to Santa Fe, and
It was
my
only
girl-
3 months?
yeah, it was only
Okay.
And
3
how
months.
did you find it? How far in did you find? And who hit you in the head and said, "Girl"?
My girlfriend. My
Mhm.
girlfriend. I told you she recognized
the
my
one who called
behavior
you
was
out on it?
different.
Yeah.
And she came and just turned it around, and there it was.
Yeah.
Criminal.
But you were
You
able
know,
to
fraud. He had ripped people off 4.3 million. He's changed his name again.
Mhm.
see it. Oh,
This guy is
shut.
masterful. It's
Was
Tony
the-
Marriott.
Was the D good, though? I mean, was
Was it
that,
worth it?
was it?
These fools told me to rap for my book. Nasty ass Lee Daniels called me, and I said it. Lee called me and said, "Was it worth 50 grand?" Oh, well, I didn't know. Well, I wasn't actually. Hell no, it wasn't worth it.
No.
It's a goddamn train wreck. Evil. It exists. I didn't even know real evil exists.
I know, it
in this
does.
shit.
It
Because
absolutely
see,
does.
when
Running
the boy,
our country.
See, but no, when that yeah. Well, see, when the boy came into my apartment with the knife, he was just fucked up. He wasn't evil.
Yeah.
He wasn't even violent.
Yeah.
This was a kid that was fucked up.
Yeah.
This trash.
Was
This is
premeditated.
premeditated. He researched me on the internet.
Yeah.
Listened to all of my interviews, got right into my heart and soul, and then slithered his way in. I'll tell you when I should have known it. Oh my God, there were so many times. But when I really should have known it is when he said his favorite movie star was Cary Grant.
Mm-hmm.
He would have had to dig all the
Yeah.
way the fuck back to the early 80s for that interview.
Yeah.
So that's what, but I was just too busy.
Yeah.
Pay attention, y'all.
Be present.
Be present. Serve the moment, honey. That's all you've
Yeah.
got. When you've been in an earthquake, one as violent as the Northridge, you realize this shit really does come like a thief in the night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So be on your toes. Like I said, I had meditated that night before I went to bed. So when I woke up, I had a rare thought.
Mm.
Whatever this is, it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a rare thought
That
for me.
is-
Sha-na-na.
And it is the greatest time. That's when I pray in the morning. I'm not religious, but I pray just for the act of bowing down to something
That's
greater
right.
than myself.
But that I'm here.
Yeah.
That I'm here, that I exist. You know, I never gave birth and I never was married. I've had so much time to think in my life. You know, without some, motherfucker needing dinner and that kind of bullshit. Or some
Blessing
clothes
and a
wash,
curse.
Whatever. Yeah, blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
But
So you've thought a lot. You've understood what this journey is. So you put it
Yeah.
all in this book, which is so
and it
beautiful.
came down to one thing, Rue. Be grateful.
Yeah.
Yes,
Be
gratitude.
kind. And walk in your joy. Just I don't leave a room unless I leave them laughing. That's just how I've been all my life. But like even 9/11, 6 months had gone by, and I realized one day I had not heard the sound of laughter. So I wrote a show called Now What? And I said it was Snooki up there at Logan Airport in Boston who had one of her extensions had fallen. She bent down to pick it up, and that's when the turban people went on through. Tore that shit up. I told the white folks, I said, there's some new niggas in town. Maybe y'all leave us alone for a while. Come on, Jesus. Shana in these streets. Yeah, she called me. She said, Jenifer, they trying to pin this shit on me. She said, don't you know some people high up in the world? Condoleezza Rice. She thought that bitch was a New Orleans dish. Condoleezza Rice. Yeah. She said, can't you call and tell them to leave me the hell alone?
Snooki said that?
Yeah, I called her. I called Condoleezza Rice. I said, is this Condoleezza Rice? I sure hope she took care of that tooth. You think she took care of that tooth?
Oh, no.
I said she was out shopping for shoes when Katrina hit. Them bitches was something else, weren't they?
Now, a minute ago, you mentioned being on the journey, but who sings for the Songbird?
Who sings for the Songbird?
Mm-hmm.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, but what does it mean, darling?
It's a Barbra Streisand lyric.
Sing for the Songbird?
Yeah. Because
I'll tell you why I sing. I sing because I'm happy, yeah. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know that he watches me.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. Yes, well, the Songbird sings for herself.
Yes,
That's
honey.
the answer to
That's
that
right.
question. Thank you so much, Jenifer
Oh,
Lewis,
my
for blessing us with
Amazing.
I
your
love you
gorgeous
guys.
gift
Love
and
you
your
too.
gorgeous energy.
And a great book.
And a great book,
you.
The Mother of Black Hollywood, Jenifer Lewis. It's in stores now. Go to Amazon. Go and get the audio book.
Oh, Miss Audio. They say that chapter separate the whites. When that white woman kicked my shit out the elevator.
Yes, the elevator, yes.
Oh, they say I go in.
Yes.
I told her, I said, shut the fuck up. I said, you lost the right to speak when you kicked my shit, bitch.
Yes, I love that
True.
story. So many good stories. And the book is so funny. It's poignant. It is so heartfelt. I mean, you go in. You really let people get your heart.
I gave it all.
You
I
gave
gave
it all. It's
I,
all
you know,
there.
It's mine. I knew what I would leave. This is what I'm leaving.
This is what you have.
And the second one's coming because
You got more.
yeah, I got a lot more inside of me.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Jenifer Lewis, the mother of Black Hollywood. Thank you so much, Michelle Visage. Until next time, my dear.
Amazing. Thank
Love
you.
you.
Love you,
too.
Michelle.
Me too, baby.
All right. Well, bye.
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 Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
And don't forget to
Can I get
subscribe
an
on
amen?
iTunes.
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Amen.